Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam and thank you for joining me and all my new subscribers. It's very much appreciated. So please stay tuned while I eat my breakfast. I'll explain what it is in a second because I've got lots to tell you about over what's happened these last couple of weeks and how my life has changed slightly and it was drifting in the wrong direction but pulling it back now. So this morning I have got 40 grams of crunchy bran, but they're like little tiny semicircles. So I've got 40 grams, which is a B choice. I've got kiwi, that isn't a speed food, I think it's a free food. Satsuma, apple, and a pear with my half-a-sin yogurt. This is what I tend to eat most breakfast. It might become a bit boring to some if I just keep putting fruit and yogurt on. I don't know. But the way I look at it, I've got an apple, a pear, a kiwi, and a satsuma. You're supposed to eat 2 for a portion of. So I've got 3.5 portions of fruit already, and I'm trying to keep to that, eating my 5 a day, which is quite difficult to do. Okay, we've had a heat wave and everyone needs salad, but I am the complete opposite and I cannot be fagged or bothered or whatever you want to call it to keep getting up and chopping. So I end up just grabbing out the cupboard, which is a bit naughty. So I'll share with you what's going on in my life and I shall, while I eat this, and I shall see you in a moment. What I forgot to tell you, because I've eaten it now, is that I actually did have some strawberries hidden amongst all that fruit. So I'm going to class that, instead of having 3.5, I'm going to class that as my 4 a day, because there wasn't enough strawberries as a portion, and I didn't have 2. And I didn't have 2 satsumas, so yeah. Right, so I'm back again now. So I'm having breakfast. Now, if you go and press pause, you can go make yourself a cup of tea. And I've got a cup of tea. And we can have a chat together, because that's the type of video I think we're going to have. So, first things first. Crunchy bran. I thought I'd get it out of the cupboard and show you. 40 grams of this stuff. And it's for a cereal. As you can see, they're like little semicircles, can you see? So, don't know if you can see that. You eat them dry, or you can put milk with them. And that's one of my favourite B choices. If you've decided you've not had your B choice, or it works out you've not had your B choice, you can actually eat those as like crisps or snacks. That's me. You don't have to. I don't do that all the time, but what I do is make a plate up of dried fruit cut up in an evening, and I'll just pick at it and I'll pick a bit up, crunch with a bit of fruit or whatever. So it's an idea. It's an idea. I'm sitting in my comfy chair in my kitchen. I thought it'd be a bit different, and so we could have a chat. So it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I saw you last. Should really have got everything organised. It's just, the time is just running away. So there's been a few changes in these last couple of weeks, which I will explain as I go through the video. But I'll start with the weight loss, because I know that's what is important to everybody. And I have been going to group, but it's been, those who know me from the beginning will know that I go shopping on a Friday, and I go to 9:30 Slimming World group on a Thursday, every Thursday morning. But a few things had to change because of the radio station, and it was messing my weeks up because I was doing the radio between 10 and 1, and that was a bit of a clue what I just said there. 10 and 1 on a Friday, and I then had to go shopping on a Thursday because I couldn't go before I went. So it then messed my weigh times up. And what with bowls starting as well, I've had games and competitions and things. And no, I haven't won any competitions. I'm not that good a bowler. But it's the taking part that counts, don't they say? So I have been going, but they've been, 1 minute it's 11 o'clock, then it's 6 o'clock, and so forth. So it worked, and I rejoined. I don't know if I can remember. I think I told you that one. I rejoined. So I rejoined, and I lost £3 that week. Then I lost £0.5. I lost £1, and then I put on £1. So theoretically, in 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, I've lost £3.5. Nothing to get excited about. Anyway, there we go. I put it on my old book, and pants. Like I just said earlier, the summertime is, I find the summer difficult to lose weight in. I find winter so much easier because I don't want to go out so much. I've got more time at home. Whereas summertime, I could be out and about. I don't want to come home and start cooking dinner. I want to go out and have a nice, glass of Coke in a beer garden, or, an ice cream along the beach. I don't want to come home and then suddenly start, having to cook dinner. And on a Sunday, where we have so much stuff, I do car boot sales. I'm getting up at 4:30 on a Sunday morning, and I'm absolutely, it kills me as I'm getting older. It's absolutely killing me, these car boots, getting up, because I've got to go over to it's at Polegate. So it's about an hour's trip from my house. But 4:30 in the morning, it's a lot quicker. But so Sundays are out as well. And by the time I come home, I do not want to start cooking a roast dinner, let me tell you. So it's usually like yesterday, because today's Monday. Yesterday it was just a bacon and egg sandwich, but I put it in a pita bread. Okay, there was nothing wrong with that. That was quite, I cut the fat off, so that was quite free. But we were stalling out opposite a donut stall. I did eat a donut. I was very good because I said to hubby, I fancy an ice cream, and he said, "Oh, go and get 2 Mr. Whippies." So I got there, and they were £3.50 for an ice cream with a flake in it. And anyway, I looked at it and I thought, £3.50 for a load of air whipped up. So I bought one instead of buying 2. I bought one at the top. I just literally I hit the top off my husband's and said to him, "There you go." I said, "I can't see the money in that ice cream at £3.50. Where you can buy a box of Soleros for less than the price of that one." And I don't know what the sim value was. And I said to him, "I've ate the top bit," which was the little bit that sticks up the top. I said, "I've ate that bit." I said, "That's good enough for me." So I find it hard sometimes, because winter, you're at home, and I just feel like I've got more control over my life in the winter. And the same as when I'm down at Bowls Club, we'll have crisps and peanuts or whatever, and I've been there from 2 till 5, and then there'll be something on in the evening. I end up snacking on the bread and the jam and whatever. So that's my excuses out the way. So that was weigh day. I feel a little bit embarrassed actually, because I was just sitting there thinking, because this is my thinking chair. I haven't really done what I wanted, I'm just sort of reflecting really, and I haven't really lost what I wanted to lose, not really. Yes, I wanted to wear my bowls kit and my shorts, which I do, but I don't feel like I thought I was going to feel, if that makes sense, So what have I done? I bought a countdown. I bought a 6-week countdown because I'm not going on holiday or anything, not to my knowledge. And of course we've got this free book with the countdown. Tremendous. Not tried anything out of it yet. Everything's in a tray. Everything's cooked in a tray. But I didn't do the countdown for the book. I did the countdown because it makes me actually go, because I think, well, I paid for it, so I might as well go, because you don't get your money back if you don't go. Whereas I was that close last week to not going at all. So then within them weeks, what I've done, I've bought myself this book. Now, I am a sucker for books, let me tell you. I love books. I love stationery. I got more Slimming World books, I reckon, than my consultant. So, meals for one. Now, I do not live alone. I live, and all my family are coming back. My daughter's coming back from Plymouth. My other daughter, who her fiance tragically passed away, she's moved back. I've got my son here. So all of a sudden it's gone back to 5 adults again, which is good. I'm glad that the kids feel that they want to come home and stay put. I think they've realised what exactly Mum done for them. Don't know. Anyway, they all come back. So I haven't bought this because I live alone, let me tell you. What I have bought it for is for lunch ideas, because it is only me that eats lunch. And there was just, just simple things, tuna, chicken and pasta, chicken sweet corn and pasta, yeah. But look at that. Egg, chips and tomatoes. And I thought to myself, that's actually quite cool. I like that. So that's why I bought this book, because I thought it'd be enough to give me some ideas for some lunches. And like that, now that to me looks peri-peri chicken skewers with couscous salad. Couscous salad I love. I did make some of that the other day. So that's why I bought that book. Not because I live alone, it's because I wanted some lunch ideas, because lunch was difficult. Then last week on Thursday, I bought it. Now I know I already have 2 of these floating around the house somewhere. And they've all got about the first 4 days. And I was meant to have filled it in on Thursday, which I sort of did, but it went wrong. So I did try to start planning my meals, like week 1. So, and then it goes through day 1. So you got day 5, and then you go over to day 6. So it's a bit of a page a day diary. So today I'm going to start filling it back out properly. So today's Monday, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it'll be day 4. Yeah, and in the front it's got things like, what do I want to be in 12 weeks' time? So I want my goal weight at 13 stone. So that's what I want. Have I got any events coming? Not events as such, but things that do have a bit of a hiccup. Like my bowls, if you like. So, like Thursday. On Thursday, I've got to do some marking. So you're not playing the game, but you're just standing there marking it out on the bowl screen. And and you're there as long as they're playing their match, which is probably going to be about 2.5 hours. So I've got that match. Then somebody else has rearranged it. So that was at 10 o'clock. Somebody else has rearranged a game that I was marking for the same day now. And that's at 1:30. So I'm going to be there from 10 till probably about 10 till 1ish, or 1, half 1. Then from half 1 till about 4, hubby's playing in a game. He's playing in a competition game, and hubby's quite a good bowler actually. They actually beat some England players the other day, so I'm pretty proud of him because he's only been playing a couple of years. I've been playing for about 6 and can't get anywhere. So, men, eh? So then he's got a match at 6. So basically on Thursday, I've really got to make sure I've got a plan on, because that's just an example of one day. Today I've got a league game, so I'm filming this morning. I really, really want to edit it and get it up tonight, but it's looking doubtful. So then I've got to go and make sure I've got the food and things for tonight. Now I am in control of the food, but everybody else, they all like a little bit of French stick, a bit of pate ham or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm the one that blooming bought it, and it's like, I could cut a melon up, I suppose. But do they all want melon? Probably not. They might do in this heat, actually. I might buy a melon. So, this is right. So it's taking you up to speed now where I am at. So I'm not going to lie. My routine has been struggling. Absolutely, I've been struggling. And I joined the radio it's something I wanted to have a go at. And I really felt like I was getting somewhere. I'm not the best. Believe me, I stutter and So, over the last few weeks, I have been doing it alone. There's been somebody in the other studio, but they've been watching what I'm doing. And I'm obviously one of these people that prefer being on my own. Now, like for example, today, husband's gone out, I'm sitting here chatting to you. Whereas if hubby was sitting in the other room, I'd feel a little bit more reserved. So I've come to realise that I'm a person that likes, if I'm talking like this, or if I was live on the air, I prefer being alone. Anyway, so the director came in. This was not last Friday, Friday before. The director came in, and I was so excited to show him, how far I'd progressed and what I'd learned and things like that. And I felt a bit like a school kid, like, oh, look what I can do. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. And he must have been in a bad mood. He must have been in a bad mood because he was like, well, as if to say, so, And I was like, oh. I want to show you how I get forward to this hour, how I put the songs in. I know everyone else does it, but I wanted to show you how far I'd come, And he was like, well, yeah, okay, right. So anyway, the news starts, and the news has to be bang on the hour. And so then as soon as the news comes, you then go live into the weather, which I usually get messed up, and I've only got to read a script. But the script to me doesn't make sense because I live on the coast, sort of. A wind in the coast is not really going to bother where I live, sort of 20 miles away. But so I struggle with, reading the weather and taking the bits out because your brain's got to be one step ahead, you see. My brain's never one step ahead, let me tell you. I much prefer this than I can edit out the horrible ums. So, I'll give you an example. So, the weather today will be 12 degrees, for example. And then on the degree, so I go 12 degrees, and you press this button so the music and the whole thing starts. Usually starts with the song. So I go, the weather today is 12 degrees, and I press the button. But in the meantime, he thought, I don't know why, he didn't think I was going to press any button at all. And so he's leapt sort of across me, as it were, and it's hit this play button. But as he's hit the play button, I've now hit my button, the one to start it, and it's sort of scrambled the station up slightly. And then he started shouting at me. You know, well, I thought you weren't going to press the button. Why did you leave it so long? You know, what was the delay? And now literally I went 12 degrees, donk. And what you're supposed to do, and he quite shouted at me quite often, was it's 12 degrees. He went, and he slammed his hand on the desk. He said, you say, my name is Sam Smith. He said, and it's 12 degrees. He said, it's you hit the button on the last word. He said, it's more professional. You know, you don't have that millisecond gap. And I thought, I mean, he was going absolutely berserk. But of course, because he scrambled it all up, because he just didn't let me get on with what I was meant to be doing, he then put, so all the cartridges are now being filled up, so you've now got a bit of a song going. Then it went into an advert. Then it went into another little bit of song. It was a complete and utter mash-up for about 20 minutes. And he was getting really stressed with himself. And I just left him to it. I just thought, I do not need you to talk to me this way. Do not need it. Once upon a time, I would have walked straight out, especially as he was the director. He knew he could have took the show over. But I also knew that I had friends and family listening, and, you know, and it looked like I'd completely messed up and I hadn't done a thing wrong. So the atmosphere then was a little bit, it wasn't nice, to be honest. And I was sort of sitting there and I thought, do you know, I've ended up doing this radio show on a Friday, 10 till 1. I have to get there at 9 because you sort of got to prep and put your songs in. And then I don't leave there and I don't get home till 2 o'clock. That's quite a long time out of my day and it's volunteering. I don't get paid for it. And I thought to myself, the idea of doing volunteering is that it fits in and around you. I had changed that because they sort of pushed me into this Friday slot. I then had to change my shopping day, which then I had to change my Slimming World group, and I was going in either at 11 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you know, and silly things like that. I need routine, and do you know, it just messed my week up. It just messed me up completely. Because you're going, and then sometimes I was going shopping on a Saturday morning because I was doing something on the Thursday, and I just after he spoke to me like that, I thought, no, that's it. Anyway, I just know he was talking about me to other presenters in this other room. You know, when you just walk into a room, and I thought, I don't need this. Anyway, so I said, I'll see you next week, and I walked off at the end of my show. You know, because throughout the show, I kept going down to the office, and I was like, yeah, can you just double check these timings? You know, all he had to do was go, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Everything's kicking. But no, it was like, no, you got to learn to, you know, take control. You got to learn to do this. And I thought, well, it doesn't matter what I thought because this is on YouTube. I can't tell you what I thought. Anyway, so I left that building, popped over the Con Club, and had a stressful cup of coffee because I had to take some stuff over there. And I thought, no, I'm leaving. And I text him that day and I said, radio isn't for me. And then about 3 hours later, he texts back and he said, oh, you know, please, you're coming on really well. And, you know, please reconsider. And I thought, and I might as well leave before I do go alone on my own show. Because that would be more difficult because somebody's got to replace it. Whereas at the moment, somebody's got to sit with me. So, you know, if I went back in, somebody's got to sit with me anyway. So that's how I looked at it. So me and the radio have finished. But it doesn't mean to say I'm never going to do radio again. I just, at this precise moment in time, I have found it totally messing up my routine. I like doing this. I like YouTube. I didn't love doing the radio. I liked doing the radio. Sometimes I did find it nerve-wracking, let me tell you. But I do love doing this. I love editing. I love filming. I love photography. So this is what I said to hubby I am going to do. I'm going to get back on doing YouTube, and hopefully but the thing is, the problem I've got is my content isn't just about Slimming World. It started off as Slimming World, but there's so many things I want to show you. I don't know if it'll send the channel, I don't know, you know, like the algorithms and things. I don't know. I don't know if you'd be interested in, you know, me going on holiday, or not that I've been yet, but you know, on a day trip, you know, just sort of me and my life. Or do you predominantly want it, you know, Slimming World? Because I can do just Slimming World, but I worry that you find it boring. You know, watch me eat, you know, fruit and salad and fruit and I don't know, whatever. So I think that's what I'm going to concentrate on, trying to do this. So I hope you enjoy it. You know, it might bring in different viewers. I don't know. I even if, well, I'm not leaving Slimming World. But I have left the radio. So yeah, pretty stressful couple of weeks, really. All through volunteering. Who would have thought it? Do you know, I think volunteering is worse, because, you know, everyone, you know, you sort of do it because you want to enjoy it, but you're also helping out. And then, I don't know, you know, you think to yourself, why am I doing this? Why? I'm not loving this. Why do I do this? So, anyway, what have you been up to this week? Or these last couple of weeks? Has the weather melted you? It's a lot cooler today. It's not blue sky out there. It's just cloudy, but it's hot. I sat on the beach the other evening, and I did eat fish and chips. I know, but I didn't eat fish and chips on the beach. I did eat it in the fish and chip shop. That was in a place called Pevensey. I should have filmed it, really, because I can't believe how many people actually use this fish and chip shop. I was gobsmacked. And you don't often see a fish and chip shop with tables and chairs in. Well, not round here, you don't, anyway. And I don't like eating on the beach because of the seagulls. I don't know what they're like where you live, but round Brighton, you cannot have anything in your hand to do with food without them coming down and swooping on you. But they seem to be slightly better behaved further along the coast into Pevensey, because they all sort of sat on a line. Well, because I was watching the people eat on the beach. But I ate mine in the shop, away from seagulls, because they do scare me. And so after we finished, we walked to the beach, because it was literally a stone's throw away. And I just sat on the beach. And do you know, I haven't sat on the beach for, got to be 10 years. Literally, I do not sit on beaches. And me and hubby, we was just throwing these stones, trying to hit this big rock. I know, the simple things that make you happy, innit? But anyway, that's what we sat there and done, threw stones at a rock. When I talk about it now, it does sound a bit stupid, but do you know, it was so relaxing. You can see the people on their paddleboards and things. But Yeah, it was quite nice actually, because it was pebbles at the top and then sand at the bottom. We haven't got the sandy beaches here. I think my closest proper sandy beach to where I live is a place called West Wittering, and that's where Kate Winslet and Nicholas Lyndhurst live, I believe. But that's going down the country away. Yeah, just over an hour away, really. So, yeah, so that's my week. So hopefully I've lost some weight this week. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. And now, because I've left the radio, I can go shopping back on a Friday morning, and I can go back to my group on Thursday, 9 o'clock. I'm back into my original group, and it's the best one. I've been to the 9, 11 and the 6 o'clock and the 7:30 groups there, and the 9:30 has definitely got the better vibe. Yeah, everyone's chatty, and it's a proper social morning. You know, you sit there with your cup of tea, and yeah, I'm so pleased I can get back to that 9:30, because the other groups, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but they're not like that 9:30 one. And it's funny when you find yourself a group, and you sort of reading the magazines and they say, oh, you know, everyone was welcoming, and you know, that's exactly what this group was like, and that's why I keep going back there, because it's the best one. You know, the others are friendly, but it's not got that, I don't know what you call it. It's not got that thing that this 9:30 group's got. And it's a lovely group. So, my cup of tea, it's got really cold. I don't know if your tea's got cold, but mine, with my waffling, it's got cold, so I've got to go make another one now. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will get it uploaded as quick as I can, let me tell you. And I will really try my hardest to get back weekly again, because now I feel like my week is it's getting back to normal. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, because it really does help my channel to grow. You know, it's great that you're sitting there watching, and I hope you're having a laugh along with me. But if you could just give me that like, you know, and if you're not watched before, subscribe. Yeah, and I hope we can have some more breakfast chats together, because it really does help this channel to grow. And I will bid you farewell now, and I shall see you again soon. See you later.